What's up, Narco Gang? Welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed, you already know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to be notified of everything that we drop. Today's video is about TikTok has been restored. Not only is TikTok restored, but Lemonade as well. TikTok and Lemonade both are restored and back for 90 days. Breaking news. Let's get into the content, Narco Gang.
Breaking news from TikTok, the social media app, saying it is in the process of restoring service after going dark for more than 170 million American users late last night. In a statement, the company says President-elect Trump gave it the clarity that service providers would not be penalized. Congress passed the bipartisan bill last April that led to a current banning of TikTok. But it was Trump who signed an executive order, you will remember, in August of 2020 to step up pressure on the Chinese-owned app to sell to an American company. Now, Trump is saying he wants the U.S. to have a 50% ownership stake between ByteDance or new owners. Joining us now for more on this, cybersecurity and data protection expert Caitlin Sarian. Caitlin, thanks for taking the time and being with us. Let's start by getting your reaction to TikTok's announcement on a restoration of service.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in shock for the last 48 hours. I was in denial. And then last night when it went out, I was in shock and I just kind of stared at my phone. I'm pretty excited to see what happens in the future. And this is looking good for the 170 million of us that are on TikTok. But yeah, I mean, I think it's been a roller coaster of emotions for a lot of us that are content creators on the platform.
So online, you are known as Cybersecurity Girl. You create content specifically educating your viewers on topics like data protection and privacy, things of that nature. Congress and the Supreme Court say this is a national security risk, not necessarily just TikTok, but apps owned by foreign adversaries or companies that are from a foreign adversary. Do you believe Americans' information is really at risk here?
Of course it is.
Well, as a cybersecurity professional, you know that everything is a risk, right? You always have to take a risk-based approach. So every service, every website, every app that you use and download, every time you're giving your information to someone, no matter who it is, you have to take a risk-based approach. And for me personally, when I heard back when TikTok was going to partner with Oracle and try to move their services over to the US, I think this was like 3.5, almost 4 years ago now, I started feeling more comfortable going on the platform. So before I actually didn't go on the platform, I took that risk-based approach. I said, I don't feel comfortable giving my data to China at that moment in time. When I heard that TikTok was starting to partner with Oracle, I decided, hey, my risk-based approach it's okay because I feel like my purpose is bigger and I'm going to be able to reach a larger audience. And that was my risk-based approach. But every single individual has to take that approach, no matter if it's TikTok, whatever app you're using, and just knowing who you're sharing your information with, there's always a risk, especially when it comes to China or other foreign adversaries as well.
Yeah, I think most Americans, I get personal texts to my personal phone from politicians asking me, all sorts of things. Like, everybody gets my information. So I think a lot of Americans are like, wait a minute, everybody has our information. But this is different. This is about foreign adversaries and what they could possibly do. You worked at TikTok, right? I want to know if you think, could you ever imagine a day when we'd be at this point?
No. And again, TikTok was always about inspiring creativity and bringing joy. So I actually started my TikTok, and then ironically, I got my job at TikTok from my TikTok. So I grew really well on TikTok for about a year. And then I applied to a job at TikTok because I was so passionate about their mission. And it completely changed my life. And I know it's completely changed so many of my friends around me life. It impacts so many small businesses. It's unbelievable. And it is a little bit ironic that I truly feel like the TikTok app is the American dream, right? It's allowing people to reach worldwide. It's allowing small businesses to expand outside of their small hometowns. It's really bringing in tons of money for American citizens. And so I had such a passion and purpose. I really, really wanted to work there. And seeing all the behind the scenes, I want to preface that I did not work there's two separate TikToks, right? There's a TikTok US, after Trump had stated that he wanted to bring it more to the US or sell to the US. So they started splitting off. There's a TikTok US specifically, and then there's a TikTok Global. And I actually worked at TikTok Global, so I didn't see or touch any of the US data. We were solely focused on everything outside of the US, so all the other countries that use TikTok. But the team that I know that worked at TikTok US, like dedicated individuals, ex-FBI, ex-CIA agents, and then they are, again, partnering with Oracle. So I really felt comfortable with them. But again, it's a risk-based decision. Obviously, I don't know what the Supreme Court saw. I think there's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes that I didn't have any privy of seeing, and a lot of the American citizens don't, which is why most of us are very confused and hurt and upset and shocked. But I truly believe that our government is doing this to protect the United States as a whole, even if we might not see it that way. So again, it's hard for me because I see both sides, right? I absolutely love the platform. I've seen how much it impacts people, but I also see the negative side effects of apps and just cybersecurity as a whole. So it's very hard for me to judge. All I know is personally, I don't regret my decision of going on TikTok. It's completely changed my life, and I know it's changed so many other people's lives as well.
Caitlin Sarian, thanks so much for taking the time to talk
Shit's
to us about it. We do
tragic, bro.
appreciate it.
Yep.
This shit's tragic, but for right now, we got 90 days. TikTok and Lemonade is back for the moment. Now, I don't know if you can still go live on TikTok or not, but it's back as far as, I guess, uploading videos on there. I don't know. But it's definitely a cybersecurity issue. Like, it's definitely a national security issue for sure. The fact that China can get all of our, data over 150 million Americans is crazy, bro. That's way too much data for America. Like, that's too much. So, I mean, in my opinion, I don't know. Look, it is what it is. It's back, so let's see what happens. So with that being said, we out this thing Narco Gang. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Please hit that like button. And we out this thing. Peace.